The method of calculating and the data to support the information for the label shall be documented. The data shall be reviewed for accuracy at intervals not to exceed 5 years. Where the review of the data identifies a change that renders the label inaccurate, the label shall be updated. The owner of the electrical equipment shall be responsible for the documentation, installation, and maintenance of the marked label. Arc flash incidents can be caused by the accidental slip of a tool, insecure connections in the electrical equipment, improper installation, broken moving parts, dust, animals, bugs, corrosion, oil, grease, or other impurities. Any of these factors can act as the catalyst a current needs to jump from one conductor to the next. An arc flash is brighter than the sun and can cause severe skin damage and blindness. Even if you are wearing safety glasses, the brightness of the light can cause immediate, permanent blindness. An arc flash causes a very loud sound by quickly moving air, or a sound wave that can reach 140 decibels at a distance of just 2 feet. Standard earplugs typically protect only up to 105 decibels, and you can go deaf from the intense arc flash sound. Employees interacting with energized electrical conductors and circuit parts can be exposed to an unacceptable risk of injury from electrical hazards. This exposure can result in an electric shock, injury, electrocution, arc flash burn or thermal burn, injury from the molten metal, shrapnel or pressure blast, or a secondary injury as a result of a fall or from trying to avoid the exposure. The NFPA 70E, Standard for Electrical Safety in the Workplace, provides enforceable responsibilities for employers and employees to protect against electrical hazards to which an employee might be exposed. The purpose of the NFPA 70E is to provide a practical, safe working area for employees which is safe from unacceptable risk associated with the use of electricity in the workplace. The NFPA 70E and important charts and tables can be found in the Safety Reference Job on Procore. The NFPA 70E Handbook adds commentary and tries to explain some of the sections of the NFPA 70E standard. The handbook also contains pictures. We will now look at definitions from Article 100 of the NFPA 70E. An arc flash suit is a complete arc-rated clothing and equipment system that covers the entire body except for the hands and feet. Hands and feet must be covered by adequate arc fault protective equipment as shown in the picture. Employees shall wear rubber insulating gloves with leather protectors where there is a danger of hand injury from electric shock due to contact with exposed energized electrical conductors or circuit parts. Employees shall wear rubber insulating gloves with leather protectors and rubber insulating sleeves where there is a danger of hand and arm injury from electric shock due to contact with exposed energized electrical conductors or circuit parts. Rubber insulating gloves shall be rated for the voltage for which the gloves will be exposed. Heavy-duty leather gloves or leather protectors worn over the rubber gloves are included as arc flash protection. Leather materials are typically not arc flash rated. However, heavy-duty leather gloves made entirely of leather with a minimum thickness of 0.03 inches or 1/32 of an inch that are unlined or lined with non-flammable, non-melting fabrics have been shown to have the arc thermal performance values in excess of 10 calories. Table 130.7 C7 in the NFPA 70E shows maximum test intervals for rubber insulating equipment. Blankets must be tested every 12 months, gloves every 6 months, and sleeves every 12 months. Arc rating is the value attributed to materials that describes their performance to exposure to an electrical arc discharge. The arc rating is expressed in calories. Arc rated clothing or equipment indicates it's been tested for exposure to an electric arc. Flame-resistant clothing without an arc rating has not been tested for exposure to an electric arc. All arc-rated clothing is also flame-resistant. Although all arc-rating clothing is also flame-resistant, the inverse is not always true. Flame-resistant clothing may not provide adequate protection from an arc flash.